When Mark Moeller left with the lead after 6 innings today, he'd thrown 104 pitches, a high total for that number of innings for him, but only 59 strikes, and that was, again, untypical. But today, Moeller had a lot of trouble throwing first pitch strikes. He wound up giving up 6 walks in his 6 innings of work, and that was one short of his season and career high. Still, the A's had the lead at that time, and it started with Eric Burns against the young lefty Scott Kazmir, making only his second major league start. He's just 20 years of age, and Burns jumped on a pitch quickly for a single and stole second base with Bobby Kelty at the plate. Kelty getting a start today with Mark Kotsay feeling a little bit worse for wear after a dive for a ball last night, and Kelty made his presence felt right away. Swing and a line drive to left, base hit, very hard hit, and it bounces away in shallow left field, and it's going all the way toward the warning track. Burns is in with a run, and down to second base goes Kelty. The A's waste no time getting on the board here in the first inning with a Burns single, a steal of second, and Kelty single to left, along with Blum misplaying the ball. 1-0 Athletics. And then Eric Chavez was up. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a line drive to center. That's in for a base hit. Kelty took a look. Now he rounds third. Coming up, the throw from center field is cut off. Kelty slides. And the A's have a 2-0 lead as Chavez knocks in his 61st run of the season. Then Kazmir got his first out by striking out Dye and faced Scott Hatterberg. Hatterberg hits a high chop off the plate. It hangs in the air. Waiting for it, Kazmir takes it and throws it away. Down the right field line. It's going to go to the bullpen. The run is in from second. Chavez. Hatterberg goes to third, and the A's lead 3-0. Well, I think everybody out here probably figured, even though Mulder in that first inning had given up a walk and a base hit but got a line drive double play in between, that he was going to cruise to that 18th win. But baseball is not that predictable, as it turns out. And in the second inning, Cantu reached him for a double off field to right, and Blum drew the first of his 4 walks today, and the first of 6 given up by Mulder. Toby Hall, the catcher, hit a shot off the foot of Mulder, but it carried him to first base for the out. That got the runners to second and third. One of them, Cantu, scored when Sanchez grounded out to a backed-up infield. And then Damian Rolls, who came in today, 1 for his last 24, was the next hitter. Ground ball hit sharply. Fair over third down the left field line. And in with a run now comes Blum. And in at second base is Damian Rolls. Only 1 for 24 as he came to the plate. And now it's a 3-2 A's lead. The Devil Rays have never beaten Mulder. He had a 6-0 record coming in today and still does. But at this point, it was almost like they said, well, we've got a shot today. Certainly Julio Lugo seemed to. Line drive back up the middle off the mound into center field, and this is a tie ball game. Lugo knocks in his 64th of the year. Rolls scoring from second base. So the Devil Rays coming right back with 3 after the A's got their 3 in the first inning. One of the things we mentioned today was the double play ball was big in the Athletics' victory. For example, in the third, Mulder got 2 outs and then gave up singles. Check that. He gave up a walk to start the inning, and then with 1 out, gave up a single to Cantu, and before you knew it, the bases were loaded when Blum drew a walk. Now you've got them full, you've got 1 out, and the Devil Rays sense that they might get a chance to really deal a blow to Mulder.
And his 1-0 pitch is swung on to bounce up the middle. Double play ball. Crosby flips second 1. Relay first. Double play. Just what the doctor ordered. Taking Crosby slightly to his left toward the second base bag as Toby Hall bounces into the 6-4-3, and the inning is over. And after 2.5, it's still a 3-3 tie.
And Hall was a good candidate for that, as he has grounded into 18 double plays already this year. That can be the pitcher's best friend. The Athletics, meantime, when they came up in the 4th inning, went to work quickly against Kazmir, whose pitch count was rising. Crosby, single to left field, went to second on a wild pitch, while Marco Scudero was batting, and Scudero worked a full count.
Checking the runner, the 3-2. Scudero rips it to left. Blum going back. He's looking up, and it's off the wall. Crosby can walk home. He's rounding third to score. A bullet to left center by Scudero for a 2-base hit, and the A's have taken a 4-3 lead. Marco Scudero continues a great homestand. A smash off the fence in left center. Crosby scoring easily from second. 4-3 Athletics.
And I might add, this was coming after another double play ball thrown by Mulder. Got him out of that top of the fourth inning, that to Julio Lugo. So after the A's got the run on Scudero's double, the end of the line was spelled for Kazmir, and the veteran right-hander Travis Harper came into the ball game with a 2-0 count actually on Burns. He walked Burns as the walk was charged to the starter Kazmir. He struck out Bobby Kelty, but still had to deal with Eric Chavez.
With a 1-0 pitch, and Chavez stroked it to left, going back Blum in the corner, nearing the track, and he can't get it. The ball one-hops the wall. So Scudero will score. Burns around third, flying around third, and he will score as well. On a double to left by Chavez, and the A's lead by 3. 6-3 Athletics.
And with runners in scoring position, of course, no pitcher likes to see much of Scott Hatterberg, and it looked like Hatterberg had done big damage again.
He deals, and it's swung on. It's stroked to left center, rolls racing in the alley, and makes a tremendous diving backhanded catch. A fabulous catch in left center by Tampa Bay center fielder Damian Rolls. A full-out dive parallel to the ground to the backhand side, and then crashing down to the grass, held on, and robbing Hatterberg of extra bases and denying the A's another run. And after 4 complete, A's 6, Tampa Bay 3.
Mulder then was able to get the 1-2-3 fifth inning, and he got Cantu to start the sixth. But again, old man base on balls reared its head as he walked Blum for the third consecutive time. Hall followed with a double to right field, and suddenly runners were at second and third. And the veteran Ray Sanchez, always dangerous just because the fact that he puts the ball in play, was up. Mulder with a 1-1 pitch. Line to left, base hit. Here's one run in. Blum scores, going to third and stopping is Hall. And runners at first and third. Now it is 6-4. And the Devil Rays have the tying run on in the fifth inning with one out. And if Rolls could emulate his second inning two-base hit, it just might have been a tie ball game. A bouncing ball near second base, taken by Scudero. Step on the bag, throw to first. Double play! The fourth today and the third on the ground by the Athletics. And Mulder gets out with just the one-run damage in the sixth inning. And at the end of 5.5, 6-4 Athletics. When the Rays came up in the seventh inning, it was Chris Hammond on the mound for the Athletics. Mulder's day was over, and immediately Hammond gave up a single to Lugo to lead off the inning at the top of the order. 2 batters later, Aubrey Huff singled. But fortunately, the hitter in between, even though the dangerous Tino Martinez proved to be the key to the inning when he came up to pinch hit.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Tino Martinez. On the way, ground ball to short, might be 2. Crosby flips second 1, relay by Scudero, double play. The fourth ground ball double play turned by the A's today. 6-4-3 on Martinez.
And then after Huff had gotten that following single, the call went to the bullpen for Jim Messier to face Jose Cruz Jr. Messier got the job done with a strikeout. The A's were out of the inning, and they preserved the 6-4 lead. But in the eighth inning, more bullpen help was needed because Bradford started the inning, got in trouble, giving up a hit and a walk to Cantu and Blum, respectively, which brought Ricardo Rincon out of the bullpen with a tough challenge. The 2 runs on that could tie the ball game. Hall bounced, Carl Crawford, batting for Hall, bounced out to second base, but the runners wound up at second and third, and it was Ray Sanchez up. And Sanchez did his best, but so did Eric Chavez, who made a terrific backhand stop at third base and a throw to first. The ball, the play happened so fast that the runner at third, Cantu, did not break for the plate. The runner stayed at second and third, and then with Rolls at the plate, hoping for one more good at-bat like he had in the second, it didn't turn out that way, as once again, Rincon won the battle, popping up Rolls outside of first base to Hatterberg. And the way this was going, it appeared now that the A's perhaps were over the hill, over the hump, and could begin to think about that 7th consecutive victory, especially when Dotel came on in the 9th inning. He struck out Lugo swinging. He got Martinez to fly to medium center field. And with Aubrey Huff at the plate, Greenlock hit the broadcaster. He's ready again, delivers, swung on. There's a high fly, right field. That is deep. And back near the wall and gone. The game is tied. Aubrey Hunt hits his 23rd home run to the right of the 367 mark in right field. And we have, wait a minute, I tied it up for you. Beg your pardon, it's 6-5. There was nobody on. Oh, egg on my face. That was scary. Well, I guess I'd lived so long with a tying run on base, I just spaced it. Plain and simple. Still, it was 6-5, so Dotel had a little margin to work with, and Jose Cruz Jr. was the next batter. Dotel still got a little to work with. There's a long drive hit by Cruz. That one is back and right, and that one is gone. Holy Toledo. Now it is tied. Back-to-back home runs after Dotel had retired 28 of the last 31 hitters he had faced. Now make sure you burn that tape. Bottom of the ninth, Denny Baez, who had pitched a 1-2-3/8 inning for Tampa Bay, trying to get him into extra innings, but Eric Burns worked the base on balls, and that proved to be the opening needed. Kelty sacrificed him to second base. With Chavez up, everybody in the park knew they would walk him, and they did intentionally with 4 wide ones. Bringing up Billy McMillan, still looking for his first hit since the return from the DL. It went to 2-1. Swung. There is a long drive, a very long drive, center field, and a game-winning 3-run home run by Billy McMillan. An incredible finish to a weird baseball game at the Coliseum this afternoon. Billy McMillan in the game only because of Jermaine Dye's sore thumb. Drills one well over the center field barrier for McMillan, his second home run of the year. And the Athletics, after giving up the lead in the top of the ninth, head triumphantly for the dugout and for the road, sweeping the Tampa Bay Devil Rays in 3 and making it an all-winning homestand, 7 of 7. And the A's maintain their 2-game lead in the American League West. Holy Toledo, what a finish. And are you surprised as we announce our Cold Stone Creamery player of the game, the